I've just been warned that I'm almost out of battery and I'm almost out of space. I keep having to delete things in order to do other things. Okay. So I'm just going to jump right in. This is a timeless collective reading, so if this message is just finding you now, there may be a message for you at this time. Please take only what resonates, leave the rest. Only you will know if this message is for you. Alright. This is kind of like, I've combined all these nature-themed oracle decks that kind of all resonate like on the same vibration. They're pretty high vibe oracle decks, I'm not going to lie. I love them very much. Yes. Everything seems backwards. Maybe that's a message that seems very clear across a lot of things. Everything in someone's world right now could be feeling very backwards. It's like you take one step forward and 2 steps back. Very clear message right now. Alright, but let's take 1 step forward for you, beautiful collective, and let's raise that vibrational energy. Keep your vibes high. I do love the energy that this collective brings to this channel. I love the energy that I pick up on. And I love you. Thank you for your time, your support, your love, your energy, all that good stuff. So, a message, please, and thank you that the collective needs at this time, whenever it is that they find this message. As it is timeless. I just said that. Fun. A message, please, and thank you for the collective and anyone in the collective. Death and rebirth, darkness to light, cycle, right? Cycles. Life is a cycle. Well, that's been a heavy theme today, definitely. I can feel that energy deeply. Card number 19. 1 + 9 is 10. 10 is cycles in tarot. So that's, the end of a cycle to start a new one. Again, we have death and rebirth. A lot of things right now collectively I've been picking up on are we're choosing to leave certain things, people, places, situations behind in order to kind of have this rebirth energy and not being afraid to do so. It's a very scary thing to have to leave people, places, situations, experiences behind that are within our control. Of course, then there's those things that happen outside of our control, and that can sometimes bring heartache in certain ways. But we have to understand that life is a process, right? From the minute we are born, we essentially, even as small children, begin to die. And I know it's a weird concept, and it's not meant to be heavy. It's just the fact of the matter. It's like I was talking to someone about their dog, and here we have 2 panthers. Panthers may have some significance, or cats and dogs, animals, right? And I guess that's kind of part of the message that I was picking up on. I was talking to an actual person today in real life, and they were talking about how they just lost their pet in an unexpected, tragic accident. But the pet was old, and the pet was on his way out of his life cycle. And we were talking about the cycles of life. And I think I mentioned this in a different reading where, death of the ego, death of people that we love in our lives, death of relationships, partnerships, business ventures, right? Allowing things to leave, understanding that it creates room for more life in so many various ways. I mean, this could be like down a rabbit hole. I could talk about this for an hour with somebody or longer. But the death and rebirth process, understanding that parts of us, we have to let go of this conditioning that we are supposed to, that what people expect of us, because we were one way, we're always going to have to be that way because other people get used to it and they're not ready to change yet, but you are. And instead of allowing yourself that time and space to grow is the kind of message I'm getting from this. It's like allowing that even just within yourself, not even in people, places, situations that are around you, in and out of your control. But what do you have control over is yourself. You have control over what you're going to allow to leave. Old programming, fears, doubts, all of the things that are holding you back, right? Cleansing your energy, bath, that's why I get from that. But holding you back from your rebirth energy, right? Becoming anew, to be reborn into your highest self, right? Going through the shadow work with these 2 panthers, to really understand what it is that you need to let go of, what it is that you are willing to say no longer serves your highest good, and moving into your divinity, into whatever that means to you, into your purpose, into your light work, into whatever that is specifically for you. To have that, you know, the death of the ego. There's so many different types of death, not just in the literal sense, but I mean, when you have an ego death, it sure feels like you might be dying. In some cases, in most cases, actually, it's, or just, you know, even people who are ascending onto like a higher timeline for themselves. I don't think anyone really talks about like how it makes you feel like you're losing your mind. I mean, it's one of the most uncomfortable processes. If that's, I mean, again, this is like a very, I do find this to kind of be, this message is not going to resonate with everybody. Everyone's on different timelines, and that's awesome. That's the point. We're all supposed to be on different timelines. We're all supposed to be on our journey, not someone else's journey, and that's even part of the message. Allowing us not to compare ourselves to other people, to wanting other people to, you know, to have us be stuck in this pigeonhole idea, or pigeonholing ourselves and saying, oh, we need to be here, and then once you get there, is that good enough? I mean, I don't know. Is it? Or can you keep going? Is a good question I ask you. All right. Time and space. I'm running out of time and space. It may feel like you're running out of time and space. Right? Time and space. Things often that happen in readings are pretty relevant to the readings. Not pretty. They are. Message for the energy with this death and rebirth. Beautiful energy. I mean, I know that even just like the word death, like we in this culture, we don't talk about the beauty of that process. You know, we talk about birth, and even we don't even talk about birth enough. The process of birthing new life, like in human life, and then when you talk about, that's like, if you really want to talk about it, if you talk a mom who's had a baby, it's like, it's not the pretty, I mean, it's a gorgeous process from that standpoint, but it's physically a lot of things that you go through. It's not quote unquote like you see in the movies, right? And then it's messy, it's all of these things, just like life is, right? Just like how when you're birthing a new project, an idea, things are messy, they don't start off perfect. And then when you get to the end of that cycle, we don't talk about death enough. We don't talk about the fact that it makes us feel uncomfortable, that we're going to have feelings that even when people leave us, that's, you know, to honor what it was, the lessons in those people, in those times, and in those moments. And then we don't talk about it enough to, when it happens, it just is supposed to just like, we're just supposed to carry on with life. But there was a lesson in that person's life. There was a lesson in honoring that. And even when it's a situation, a business, a partnership, what was the lesson? What did you learn in that process that you had to let go of so that you can keep moving, so that life keeps happening? You are going to keep happening. The rebirth process will continue long after you're gone in the literal sense. Death and rebirth. Alright. What about the death and rebirth energy? Spirit, what is the death and rebirth energy for the collective? Wind, movement. Oh my god, okay. I love you. Okay, wind and movement. Change. Whenever I feel the wind, I always think change is coming. The wind is blowing. To me, wind is like the ultimate, it's the winds of change. Like when I feel that warm breeze means something to me totally different, but wind, change, right? Change is on the horizon. This death, and I had to put my camera far away from me. This death and, oh God, I just knocked over my deck. This death and rebirth is happening. Change is upon you. Embrace it with that beauty, with that grace, with allowing people, places, situations, old versions of you to be let go, right? On the wings of change, on the wind. And what I'm getting from this too is just like, card number 44. I mean, come on. Card number 10, which is like literally, in Tarot 10, is it it's not the wheel, it's the world. cyclical things. I'm having a bit of a moment right now. I'm not going to dwell on that. Card number 44, like protected energy. Like you're protected in this change. Please know that. Whoever it is that I'm tapping into right now, this change that's happening is divinely guided in your life. They're telling you it's time to let go in order to allow new things to be born in your life, literally, figuratively, whatever that means to you. Change is upon you, and here, this yellow energy. This is like very solar plexus chakra energy for me. And maybe that's a good place to like focus your energy if you're feeling like, you know, you're in the middle of this transition. Do some like sound healing. There's the sound healing frequencies for, you can look them up on YouTube for solar plexus. That's what I'm getting from this yellow. And you know, that is where that creativity, that creative spark comes from, right? Your solar plexus. And this is like the kind of middle of your higher chakra and your lower chakra energies. So it's kind of where it meets in the middle, right? Right above your heart chakra, right above your sacral chakra, right above your sacral chakra, right below your heart chakra. So this is like this burst of like, imagine this like burst of like yellow light coming out from your solar plexus. This is like, if you think of like the Star of David, right? And you had like 3 chakras on top and you had 2 chakras on the bottom, and then you had their solar plexus in the middle, and it like made the star. I can't really explain it. I see it in my mind's eye. Doesn't matter. Someone might know what I'm talking about. But whew, so much to say about this. I love this. I love this. Don't be scared of this energy. And I don't think you are. That's not what I'm getting. If this is anything, this is a confirmation that you are in this gorgeous energy, and you are supposed to be letting go of old versions of yourself, people, places, situations, and things, to be reborn into who it is that you know you already are. And I think that you actually know that. Movement. It's time to make movement in your life. It's time to allow change into your life. It's time for this creation energy. Whew. Wowza. Weird. I wasn't sure if I was going to do this, but I am 12:12 on the clock. So much amazing energy. I love this energy. I love this for you. A message for the collective from the Starseed Oracle. Message for the collective from the Starseed Oracle. Birthing new ideas also, right? Birthing these new ideas, allowing old things to move away so that new ideas can be born, right? That's also this idea of like the rebirth. I also see like a very feminine part on someone's, it's very, anyways, I see that in the death and rebirth card. And something's being born, whether this is an actual human, a project, an idea. Things are moving in your life. Yes. All right. Final message for the collective. Please and thank you. A final message for the collective. Soul memories and gifts. You've done this before. Maybe you've had to let go of a lot of things in your life. Soul memories. It's like lost lands. It's like having, maybe this is like past life energy if you believe in that. Lost lands. Soul memories and gifts. You've done this before. Well, in a lot of ways, we've all experienced loss on some level. I mean, if you've not lost a person in your life, we've lost job opportunities. You know, there's always been some level of loss that we've, as you get older, it just becomes more and more. And we become, some of us, you know, become immune to it. But the idea is to learn from it. What is the lesson? What is the gift in that? The soul memories and gifts. It's like, you know, it's this whole death and rebirth, right? Long after we're gone, life continues. I just did a different post on this on another channel, and it's like, long after we are gone, you know, matter doesn't disappear. It just kind of like gets recycled into this energy. And this, you know, people believe that, you know, we come back in other lives, and I do believe in that, coming back, you know, in having and living different lives, whether you're a masculine or a feminine, or, you know, sometimes we have the same people that cross those timelines with us. But the idea is that we die and are reborn, right? That's the idea. And whether this is a person, place, a situation in the 3D realm or even bigger than that, right? The idea that life goes on long after we are gone. And so you tap into that memory, right? This is like a whole different part of this message. But you tap into these memories, these gifts that you've existed before. You've experienced these things on a soul level. You've done this before. So if this is the confirmation that you need, that you've done this before, even if you feel like you quote unquote haven't experienced this exact thing before, you've experienced this on some level in your soul. You know that you're strong enough to do this. You know that it's time to move on. You know that change is upon you, and you're embracing that with grace and beauty and dignity, whether you're a masculine or a feminine. It does not matter, right? It does not matter. You are protected. You're divinely protected. You've done the shadow work to get to this rebirth energy, and here you are standing in this beautiful purpose and this beautiful light. And you know what? You've done this before. On a soul level, your soul recognizes that you are strong enough to do it in this lifetime, and long after you're gone, you may do it again. Soul memories and gifts. You are the gift. You've done this before. Oh, I'm gonna leave it there. I love this message for whoever it is, the energy that I'm tapping into right here. I feel like elated. I don't know. I know that it's kind of like a big message and maybe heavy in your life, but I'm sending you a tremendous amount of love and light and healing, and I'm just excited for whatever it is that you're embarking on right now, and just know that you're divinely protected. The change is the inevitable. It's the one thing you can count on. Time is an illusion, and whatever this is that you're bringing into existence and you're having to let go, this is a confirmation. If this reading came up for you and you're still here with me now, I thank you for your time. Just know that this is maybe just a confirmation or some sort of intuitive nudge, whatever it is that's going to resonate for you, to let you know that you're on the right path. Or maybe you already knew that and you just needed to hear it from somebody else. But I'm sending you so much love. I hope this message finds whoever needs it at just the right time. And yeah. Ugh. Darkness to light. You are the light in darkness. Be the light in the dark. Alright, I'm done. Every time I've hit this remote, it hasn't worked out for me, so I'm gonna awkwardly stay still until it stops. Love you. Thank you for your time, your love, your energy, your support, and all your amazingness that you bring to this channel. I appreciate you. Bye.